Alright, so this week in Ireland, I've got a pretty big bone to pick with you. So every single week, without fail, when I post a video, people ask for more videos and say one a week isn't enough. So last week, I literally broke me back making an extra video, which you haven't gone and watched. So I posted it on the weekend, like 3 or 4 days ago. I think it was 3 days ago. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's the funniest video I've ever made. Not many people have watched it, but those that have watched it have told me it is absolutely gas. So if you can do me a favour and go back and watch that after this video, or even go and watch it now, I don't mind, and then come back to this video later. But there is the thumbnail. The format of the video is the exact same of the normal This Week in Ireland videos, but just the content of it is a little bit funnier, I would say. It's like, it's stranger. It's like, you have to see it. I think it's gas. But anyways, what's the crack? Welcome back. Do all the usual stuff in this video. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, because we're nearly at 20k. Like, we're so close nowadays. Also leave a comment down below. Follow me on other socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the whole shebang. And then we're gonna start the video right now. Garda stopped tractor to discover 12-year-old driving with 2 other kids, 8 and 15, on board in County Meath. So this happened in Redmond, County Meath, and farmer kids love tractors. They just do. They drive them from any age, as long as they're on private property, like on their family's property or whatever. You can drive a tractor at the age of 8 if you wanted it. But once you're on a public road, the law is the law. And in saying that, no charges were made. All the guards did is they confiscated the tractor, brought the kids to the Garda station, then contacted the parents. The strangest thing about the situation is the fact that these 3 very young kids were out at 12:30 at night roaming the streets. Like, have they got no family to look after them? But then on the other hand, you could probably say the chances of them driving down to the pub to collect their dad who's after having a few pints is probably very likely. While we're talking about farmers and tractors, I kind of feel like I have to mention the protest that went on in town the other day. I'm not going to get into it in too big a detail because I couldn't really care, but a bunch of farmers came up to Dublin, blocked the streets with their smelly tractors over, like, the government's, I don't know, whatever, something about prices of meat or whatever. I couldn't really care less. But anyways, there's just a couple of pictures of it. They came up, they blocked part of the city, but obviously there was diversions around it. It didn't completely cut off the city, but it did cause some delays. I kind of wish I wasn't in work the other day so that I could have actually went in and filmed stuff at the protest and interviewed some people, and I think that would be a good addition to the channel. Would you like to see me go out in the public and actually interact with some humans instead of just sitting in my kitchen all the time? Let me know in the comments. Now I want to go down to Meath in County Kerry, which I'd never heard of the place before this, but anyways, a place called Meath in County Kerry. Irish Rail put this video up on Twitter and I'm gonna let it play. Like, you big reckless idiot, how much of a hurry can you possibly be in to risk your life and whoever else is in the train's life? Now luckily the barriers come down like a minute or 2 before the train actually passes, but still, what an absolute plonker. How much of a hurry you in? To be fair, I do get annoyed as well when you get stuck behind them barriers for like a total of 5 minutes, but come on, like, have a bit of cop on. And there is literally no way that this happened by pure mistake or accident. The person had 6 or 7 seconds between the time the barrier started to come down to actually come to a stop. All I can say is, what an absolute numpty. Report finds cost of Dail spending on printer which didn't fit in Leinster House topped 1.3 million. Jesus Christ. Now I'm going to presume nearly all of you have heard about this by now, but just in case you haven't, I'm just going to tell you some of the figures. So government officials spent 808 grand on the state-of-the-art printer that they wanted to put into the Leinster House, but a total of over 1.3 million euro was spent on it. Now the printer that they bought was too big to fit in the desired location, so they had to knock down some walls, put up some other walls, put in some supports, and the total for the building was 229 grand. And then the cost of air conditioning, which I don't know why air conditioning is needed for a printer, but anyways, that cost 196k. So this story came out the other day and it pretty much went viral on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever else people use just to complain. I'm pretty sure the printer is actually in place now in the building, but it still hasn't been used. And I know that triggers a lot of people when the government spend like a large chunk of money on stupid shit, so I'm gonna read the next story. Dublin City Council to begin construction on 22 million White Water Rafting Centre at George's Dock. 22 million euro, that is a massive number. Can you imagine? We could have got 22 brand new printers for that price. Now I know that says Dublin City Council, but I'm nearly like 90% sure that it's a private company that's gonna do this, but Dublin City Council have given permission for them to use the land or something like that. But anyways, this big White Water Rafting Centre is gonna be placed where Oktoberfest used to be held in George's Dock. Bear in mind that regardless of who is paying for this, whether it's a private company or Dublin City Council, this thing will be a tourist attraction and will generate money and will pay for itself in a couple of years. And also it's going to be used to train the DFB and other emergency services that will potentially save a life further down the line due to the training that they've got in harsh war situations. So as I said, it could potentially save lives. Now this caused a massive stir on social media, and I'm going to read some of the Facebook comments that I came across, because people in Ireland, we just love to moan. Well, I don't really moan that much. Or do I moan that much? But anyways, people of Ireland love to moan. We're just a big nation of moaners. Would be lovely, but sort the homeless, hospitals and the young looking for mortgages, the elderly, and the endless list goes on. Angry face, angry face, angry face, angry face, angry face, angry face. Okay, Susan, relax. It's a vital skill we all need to have for the upcoming floods. This comment will make sense to any of you that have watched the video from 2 weeks ago where I mentioned that due to climate change, Dublin is supposed to be completely underwater for 2050. What the F? How about spend the 22 million on homeless support? I think human beings sleeping on concrete in the middle of winter is much more important. It's great that our country wants to gravitate towards the future to become better and modernise and become more appealing, but it's the people that make Dublin the city that it is, not the attractions. It's the people of Dublin that make Dublin the city that it is, like all them scaldies that you have to cross the road to avoid on Talbot Street. Didn't someone die unnoticed on a trolley recently in one of our delightful hospitals? Use the money towards healthcare, the homeless, the elderly, rehabilitation facilities, anything other than this. Well, there you go, problem solved. The more people that die, the more houses that will become available for the homeless. That's a joke, by the way, so for those of you that said in last week's video that I was a bit insensitive about the things I said, go and ask my arse. I will make jokes, and that's how it's gonna be. This money should be spent on building houses for the thousands of kids I will spend Christmas with nowhere to go. The building process of a personalised production home usually takes between 3 and 4 months to reach completion. However, it can sometimes take up to 6 months depending on the weather, construction, supply delays and any requested customer design changes that are implemented along the way. You can spend 22 mil on as many houses as you like, but they would not be finished before Christmas. Are taxpayers paying for this? If we are, I object. How many houses would 22 million build? Do people genuinely think that politicians are sitting here reading Facebook comments like they're hardly looking, okay, Karen says I object, that means alright, we'll have to put the plans on hold and put the money towards what she wants us to do with it. And the cost of building a house can vary, but I'm going to say on a rough estimate, I'm going to say, let's say 200 grand, so that means you could build 100 houses for the 22 million. This is a joke, right? We should not allow this rubbish to be built. That 22 million should be towards healthcare, not shite. Now as I said, think of it this way, as bad as our healthcare gets, the better it is for the homeless situation, because the more people that die, the more available houses there's gonna be. It's all about controlling the population. Funny how they can find the money for something they deem important. Shame on them all. How do they sleep at night? Oh yeah, in the warm comfy beds in their big houses, no guilt. Shut up Annette, you just can't swim. These people live in la la land. What a waste of money, as if there are no more important priorities. Okay, Fernando Fernandez, the least Irish name I've ever seen. Sort the homeless crisis out for God's sake. Homeless everywhere and people on trolleys in hospitals dying, but we need this, don't we? Whoa, just whoa, what a waste of money. What about the homeless that's getting worse by the second? Oh, Teresa, shut up moaning, just get off Facebook and go feed your 5 kids. What about the people that are homeless? Disgraceful, no harm if they look after the healthcare and homeless. The country is a joke. Caroline, nobody's keeping you here. The country's a joke. Fuck off somewhere else then. I hate when people complain about Ireland all the time. Like, why are you here? Nobody's making you be here. Just fuck off. Go somewhere else. Irish homes reporting huge rise in rodent infestations, with 94% more call-outs so far this year. So apparently we're all doomed and we're about to have rats and mice pretty much take over our houses. Couple of things. Don't be a dirty bastard. Don't leave food around your house on the floor. Don't leave food open. Don't have your house in a mess. Keep your house clean and tidy. Keep your back garden clean and tidy. Don't have your back garden furniture all thrown into a corner, because that gives a hiding space for rats and mice to live in behind. Make sure your back is tidy and there's nowhere for rats and mice to live. Believe it or not, I've actually got a mouse in my house, but we call him Mikey the Mouse. Will I show them? Mikey the Mouse pretty much lives under my daughter's bed. Sometimes I feed him, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think, fuck him, let him survive himself. Why should I just hand him food? But he's a nice little fella, and I'm gonna go in and show you him now. Now, as I said, little Mikey the Mouse lives in the bedroom, and you usually spot him under my daughter's bed. I'm gonna see if I can see him. Oh, I prop you there. Mikey, are you there? Oh, I hear him. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, have him. Mikey the mouse. Now obviously that's just a joke. I don't have a real mouse in the gaff, and if I did, I wouldn't let him live under my daughter's bed. And the reason I don't have real mice in the gaff is because I'm not a dirtbag. I keep this gaff in tip-top shape, nice and clean. Jesus, that is too bright. And now that is gonna be all from today. From me and Mikey, I will see you later. I appreciate you watching, and do me a massive favour, go back and watch the video that I posted on the weekend. Here's the thumbnail again as a reminder. There's gonna be an end screen popping up on the screen now in a sec. You can just click that, take you straight to it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on the socials, leave a like on the video, comment down below. Thanks for watching, see you later, goodbye.